What's going on, folks, and welcome to a review video. Now, just before we go into anything, I want to let everybody know that this is going to be a no BS review. I haven't even tried the product yet, so you guys are going to see my very first impressions on this. Now, when it comes to audio, I'm extremely meticulous with this sort of stuff. And just to note, within this review, I will not be using the mixer because there is no USB port into this mixer, as it is a USB condenser microphone. So this is the sort of microphone that's going to be straight into your computer, generally for the beginner podcast user, streamer, gamer, however you want to use this. And we will do a little test actually by putting this microphone to my amp and see how it records guitar. So we will try some of that for an electric guitar as well in a little while. Now, just going back 4 years ago when I first started streaming, before I got myself a setup and everything else, and I advanced in audio, because audio is everything with streaming and podcasting and all that, because that is what everyone is hearing 100% of the time, including in this video. The way you're hearing my voice is all from the microphone. Now, obviously, right now, I'm not using the Fifine microphone right now, and this is the Fifine T669, and it's a USB condenser microphone, ladies and gents. So if I open up this wonderful little box here, and it is quite nice, it's very well presented. You can see you have the suspension for the mic there. You've got the muffler, the 2.5 meter USB cable. You've got the boom spring arm there. You've got a C clamp there. You've got the microphone, and you even have something really cool. So if you don't want to use like a boom arm, this sort of thing like this, which a lot of people tend to go for these sort of microphones because it looks very professional, especially as if you're beginning out streaming or doing podcasts. So if I just open up this here, you can see that you can just pull this out, or you can even set this however which way you want the tripod, and you can set the mic on that and put it on your desk. Now, the good thing is with the suspension here, this will basically eradicate any sort of sounds and vibrations on the desk, even though it is clamped to the desk, but this will stop any noise going into the actual microphone itself. Now, like I was saying, I kind of wanted to put this review to a beginner streamer podcast user. So when I first started, I went through a ton of microphones, different companies, different styles, condensers, cardioid, that sort of stuff. It was a long time and a very long process for me to get the audio that I really liked the most. And with a lot of these microphones, you do have to be very close. And with this microphone in particular, the T669, which you guys can see right here. In fact, if I actually move that down, you can see there's a volume knob there. So you have a volume control here, so you can actually turn the volume all the way down. The only thing that I think could be quite handy with this is if it had a mute button, just a simple mute button. That way you wouldn't have to keep turning your volume up and down. But if you know your volume, then you know your levels. But it would be a lot easier just to have a mute button, just in case something's happening in the stream and you need to cut comms for a minute, and stop all the audio coming through. But with this sort of microphone, with the cardioid cap in the middle there, it basically, all the audio is coming from the front, same as this microphone here. So if I'm talking here like this, and if I come around the side of the microphone like that, it's going to sound completely different, and you can just hear me from the front, but it is eradicating all the noise around the back, and that's exactly what this microphone does here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set this thing up. I'm going to skip the shot of me plugging into USB cable because I don't want to teach you guys how to suck on eggs. So you know how to plug in a USB, but I'm going to show you how it looks once it's all set up, and then we're going to go for the next shot, which will be how it actually sounds, obviously not using this microphone and not using the mixer. We're going straight in using everything with this microphone. Now, as you know, there is a muffler, so you do have a choice to use a muffler, which is generally used for wind and stuff like that. It is one of those things, but you can use it without the muffler as well, as you can see there. So you can actually just put this straight over the top, eventually get this on, and you can buy like different color mufflers. Obviously, as you can see, I like to go for the red one. It matches the beanie, I know, but it is pretty cool. So you can see there, we've got this muffler there, and if you like to add some more, to look a bit more professional and to take more of the explosives away. And when I mean explosives, if any of you guys don't know about explosives, if I take away my pop filter here, you can see that when I get really close like this, when I say my P's and stuff like that, my S's might come through a little bit too sharp, but my P's and my B's, and the T's, they're all going to give me some sort of explosives, so it might not sound very comfortable right now to you guys. But if I pull the pop filter back, as you can see, it now takes the P's, the B's, the S's and the T's and all stuff like that, all the explosives, it controls it to a specific frequency, so it's not actually blowing into the cap inside the microphone. So the next shot is literally going to be the microphone setup, and then I'm going to start talking about a couple of different things that could be good for you if you are new to streaming and such and stuff like that. So I'm going to get this set up, and the next shot will be the microphone. Okay, so ladies and gents, this is how the Fifine T669 actually sounds, and I am very, 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 very surprised. This is the first time I've heard it, and I've got to be honest, it is very, very good. This is actually pretty incredible, and I kind of wish I had a microphone like this when I first started. I did have something a lot cheaper than this, even though it was a full setup like this. But if you're just beginning out as a streamer, this is actually not bad. And like I said, I'm very meticulous with audio. And considering the setup that I'm currently using with my mixer, right now, this is straight into the computer. This isn't even on a mixer or anything. And I'm actually very surprised. I could have saved some money here. But this is what it sounds like without the muffler right now. And this is what it sounds like with the muffler. So you can see it gives it a little bit more clarity. It's a little bit more clearer to some extent. It just takes a little bit more of any noise or any wind coming in. Obviously I don't have any wind in here, but that's what that job is of that muffler. But going back to beginning of if you are beginning to stream and you want to start a channel and stuff like that, this is highly affordable, and I'm going to put the link in the description below for you guys to check out. Like I was saying, it's incredible how everything looks. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the way everything is placed out in the box. Very professional, very tidy. And I'm still just very, very shocked with the audio of how this actually sounds. And you could use this for pretty much anything. Like, you know, if you're into ASMR, if you're into gaming, podcasting, stuff like that. This is incredibly affordable, incredibly cheap, which is the same thing. But I would highly recommend this for anyone who's beginning out in the streaming world, because there's a lot of competition out there and there's a lot of people that want to save money. When I first started, I didn't have the money to buy, you know, specific microphones and stuff, so I always started on something like this, which lasted me a good couple of years before I started to try and upgrade stuff, because you can go into a very, very expensive world with audio. Obviously, with this, it's not too expensive in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, check the link down below and have a look. I would like to check out some more of these Fifine products. I'm not actually going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I would like to check out more products to see how good the more expensive Fifine products actually sound. If this is how it sounds now with something around this price, I would like to see what's going on with the more expensive ones. But it does come down to what you're going to be using it for. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and put this next to my guitar amp, and we're going to see how it sounds recording some guitar. Obviously, as you now know, what it sounds like on voice, so I'm not going to waste any more your time there. So let's see what it sounds like with in front of a guitar amp and see how it picks up guitars. Okay, ladies and gents, that is the Fifine Technology T669. Now, I would say it's probably not good for recording music. There was way too much distortion and stuff going into the mic, and this is perfect for audio, voice rather, podcasting, streaming and such, not for musical instruments. That is what I've just gathered. So like I said, I'm giving a brutal honest review of this. It comes with a great user guide as well, which you guys can see there. There's the user guide. Which has everything you need to know about this. And look at that. Look, just goes straight back in to a nice little handy guide booklet thing there. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget as always to smash that thumbs up. This is a sponsored video as I have had this product sent to me, but like I said, I'm not just going to praise anything that I take, and I don't actually take that much. I get offered a lot of things to review and I actually turn most of them down, just because it's either not what I want to do or, you know, I'm just not interested in it. But when it comes to microphones and audio, that is something I'm very interested in, because everyone wants to stream today these days, and at the same time they need to have good audio for their streams too. So yeah, this is the Fifine T669. Guys, stay safe, have a good weekend, enjoy yourselves, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.